Ooh. Well, I started. I really don't know what this video would maybe be about. There's a lot of things been on my mind, and I just feel like I need to, I guess, talk about it. Kind of hear all my thoughts out loud, see how to put them in the proper order. So this video may be long because there are a lot of things swirling around in here. And I was just in the bathroom, like, what do I talk about, Lord? What do I say? And right now, what I'm dealing with is, you know, trusting the Lord with everything, pretty much. Um, the number one thing is most definitely trusting Him with me, and then trusting Him with my finances. With finances, they're not my finances; they're His. He provides the money, and He tells me what to most definitely do with it. Do I do what He tells me to do with it all the time? No, but I try. I try. I try my best. Um, I don't know. Something that's coming to my mind, like when it comes to finances, paying your tithes, and you should pay your tithes all day. I was a woman that always paid my tithes, but lately I have not because I don't have an actual home where I have joined, and that's just my reasoning. But I don't know if it's a good reason. It's probably not. And when it comes to finances, most definitely, that's trusting the Lord with a piece of me that really don't like to share. I really don't like to share anything about finances because it's like I'm the age that I am. I'm a wonderful 44. And it's like, Lord, I should have it together. This is what I think. I should have it together. You should not be having problems with your finances. And that is so not the truth. It's not. Because I believe the Lord is showing me it doesn't matter how much the rent is. It doesn't matter how much the car note is. It doesn't matter what are the bills come your way. He is going to most definitely make a way out of no way. But what I have been doing, I've been trying to help the Lord out. I've been coming up with thoughts in my mind, like, oh, I could do this and I can do that. I'm just going to say, don't do that. Because I'm not God. You're not God. We cannot help Him out. He knows the better way to do it than we could ever come up with, better than what I could ever come up with. And I want to learn what He is teaching me in this season, but I feel like I'm missing it. I left my old job because I just believe that, and I'm going to be very vulnerable. I believe that I was supposed to leave, but sometimes in my mind, being that things have gotten a little tough, a little rough, this mind wants to be like, oh, you weren't supposed to leave your old job. Maybe you should go back. But I don't think so. I don't think so. And I've taken a very significant pay cut, and things are just very tough. Very tough lately for the last 3 months that I've had this new job. And when I tell you I have never been a person that jumps from job to job to job to job. If I find a job, I stay. If things get hard, I stay. But it's like been lately, this job is not enough, and I have been asking the Lord and praying, like, Jesus, can you help me find a different job? So I'm just doing what I believe I can do, and that's just fill out applications, So I'm going to fill out the applications. I've filled out a lot in the past. The first month I hadn't filled out any application, but the last 2 months, I filled out over 50, and not a lot of response back. But lately I've been getting responses, and all of the responses are, unfortunately, we're going to go with someone else, is what they say. And it has been jobs that I am most definitely qualified for. So that kind of hurts my feelings. Sorry about that. Not feeling too good. But that has been hurting my feelings. But I just believe that the right job is going to come. And it will be the right pay. And it'll be at the right time. And so in these last couple of months, I have been sharing, this part of my life with a few people. Not a lot, because I feel embarrassed. There is a little bit of shame there. And then when I talk about it, I don't want anybody to think like, oh, you just can't have it together like you're a grown lady. That's me thinking for the person, and it's not really what the person is saying. Sometimes I do that. I'm doing better not to do that. And maybe that's what the Lord is trying to show me too. You can't talk for other people. You just have to let them be who they are. And if I want you to share, you share. But if I don't want you to share, don't share. I am hoping that a new job comes very, very soon, because I don't like being late on anything. I really don't. And that probably most definitely comes from when I was a younger person. We were very broke, we didn't have a lot at all. And I believe my mom and my dad, they made do, they did the best that they most definitely could, but I believe it made an impression on me to never want to be in that space ever again, never, as some people say, taking from this place to pay this place off. But they say robbing Peter to pay Paul, but I'm not gonna. I've already said it. So anyway, moving on. And I feel that is the reason that I always have or want to try to put my hand in something that the Lord is most definitely orchestrating and has put together. And it's a little tough sometimes to sit back and just let him, because he doesn't try to do anything. He most definitely does it. I've been trying to figure it out, and it has not been working for me. It's very stressful to try to figure out. And sometimes I think that I don't want to always go back to how I grew up, but that most definitely plays a part, because I just don't want to be the person that always kind of try to have it out. I don't want to try to have an out. If it's me, then it's me. But if my past has a place in it, show me where that place is. Show me why. And sometimes the Lord don't tell me why. And I feel as though he has been very quiet. I don't know if it's because I'm talking a lot. Sometimes I think that, and these are just my thoughts, nothing that the Lord has told me. So sometimes I think that I hastily moved before him. And then I get mad at myself because now it's like I moved before you told me to move, and then now you have to fix my mess. Like, you never told me to move, so now you have to fix the fact that I did move and then put me in the right place. But then, I go back and forth, and I don't want to doubt that, I believe that I was supposed to leave my last job. I just believe that it was pressed upon my heart to serve in a different way, to serve in a capacity that I have not served in a long, long time, to where I can physically be face to face with someone and to hug them, and because this new job, I've learned a lot of patience and grace. A lot of patience and grace and mercy, but I do know what the word says. Tribulation worketh patience. So it's like the only way to have patience is to go through something. It's to endure that thing. That patience can be worked into you, that can be worked in. It is not like where I was born with patience. I wasn't. The Lord is most definitely patient. That's who he is. He is the very word. He does not have to become patient. He does not have to learn how to be patient. He is patient. I have to learn how to be patient. I have to learn that whatever state that I am in, I need to be content in that state. And some days I'm not very content. Some days I don't do this thing correctly. And I just wanted to share that, is that sometimes we don't do it correctly every single day. But, and as my pastor used to say from Detroit, but God. Thank God for the buts. But God. He comes in and he puts that comma in that but. But I could say that the Lord is very patient with me, because he knows that there will be a time and a place. As my sister said to me a couple of weeks ago, Charlotte, she said there's a set time and then there's an appointed time. There's a set time that is going to happen, and it will be the appointed time that it's going to happen. So what I am doing today, because I've been sick for the last couple of days, and sometimes when I'm sick, I don't talk to the Lord as much because I just sleep a lot. And I don't want to be that person, because he deserves to be talked to. He deserves to be loved. And I have to believe his word. Believe his word with no doubt, with no hesitation, with no nothing. He said, I have never seen the righteous forsaken or its seed begging bread. I believe that the Lord is going to take care of me no matter how the thoughts go through my mind or how I feel in that moment, because feelings, they come and they go. They never stand still. They are up and down. It's like a flat out roller coaster. But the Lord is good. And I thought this video was going to be long, but it's not really long. I feel as though I'm nervous because now I'm asking the Lord right now because some things came across my mind. Should I share those things? Like, I'm never a person. I always want to ask him if I should share. I never want to share if it doesn't edify, if it doesn't build, if it doesn't encourage. And then there are times that I want it to be instantaneous. I just want everything to be over. I want it to be done. I want to be out of a situation. I just want to get out sometime. But then you don't learn anything when it's just easy and you go from one point to the next point. It never works that way. It's not a good way to live because you don't learn anything. And I want to learn what I'm supposed to learn. I want to be better. I believe that the Lord is working with me with these finances to know that I can just rest, to know that I can fully trust him with everything. And I don't know how that plays out in my future, really. It could play out in a multitude of ways. It could play out with my family. It could play out with my upcoming family, my husband, my children. I don't have them yet. I believe that they're coming. But to fully trust him, to fully trust the Lord that is inside of him, guiding him and leading him, leading us, that it's okay to just relax, to always stay prayerful though, to never not pray, to always stay prayerful. It can work out that way. It can work out with my family to where I have to ask. Sometimes I don't like asking for help, and that's not good. That is a sense of pride that is in me, that I desire that the Lord, he takes it away. Because we all need help. Tony needs help too. I cannot always be a giver as much as I desire to do these things. But the Lord is like, I want to bless you. I can just drop it out of the sky. Yes, I can, because the sky belongs to me. I believe that's how he says it to me. The sky belongs to me. I can just drop it out of the sky for you, but I'm not going to do that. I desire you to ask the person that I want you to ask. Just don't be asking random people. And then sometimes I feel as though I call people and I tell them the story, hoping that they would help me. Like wanting them to feel sad enough for me to help me. But the Lord always knows when I want to do it that way. He does not allow anyone to pick up the phone. Or if they do pick up the phone, it doesn't go the way I pictured it in my mind, because that's my plan. And that's the pride in me, wanting to control the situation, wanting to be the Lord. So I have to repent, most definitely. So Jesus Christ, I am very sorry for that. I'm truly sorry for trying to be you, because I am unable to do that. I cannot do that in any kind of way. I'm not you. And I'm very sorry. And every time I think about it, I apologize, because he's the only one that's sovereign. He is the only one that knows the right way to do this thing. He is the only one that knows how to fix it. So I thank him for always intervening. Because I called someone the other day and I thought that if I told this story that they would just help me. But the Lord knew what I needed at that time, and all I needed was to praise. So it was literally the Lord speaking. We were just going over scriptures with each other. And for almost 3 hours. And it was the best thing, that it was what I needed. The money was not what I needed. And we have to be sometimes prayerful when people call us, or when we're in the position to help, to know money is not always, I know money answers a lot of things, right? But sometimes it's not the answer. Sometimes prayer is the answer. Sometimes praise is the answer. Sometimes worship is the answer. Sometimes adoration to the King is the answer. But I'm very sorry for being that person. But I'm super happy. Something on my tongue. But I'm super happy that the Lord most definitely helps me not to use my brothers and sisters in any kind of way because I don't want to be a person that just uses people to not be a hindrance to someone. I don't want to do that. I truly appreciate the Lord. And I guess that's, all I really wanted to talk about, because I don't have anything else coming through my mind. I really didn't want to talk about that at all, about my finances, because I should be better at it. But who's really great at it, I don't know. But I pray that if any of this resonated with anybody, I pray that if you have pride in you, just ask the Lord to take it away. If you have done anything that I said that I've done, repentance is needed, required. Tell the Lord you're sorry for trying to be Him. Because we try to be Him, we can't be Him. We're nowhere, we are incapable. Incapable. But I do pray that you all sleep well. I pray that any situation that you're going through at this particular moment, that the Lord shows you why. And if He doesn't want to show you why, that you're okay. That His grace is sufficient. Sufficient is the word. Thank you, Jesus. His grace is sufficient. And we continue to just pray, praise, worship, and read His word. Do our best to get in His face. Ask Him what He needs, what He desires from us. Because we only have today. We don't have tomorrow. We only have the time that He gives us. And that is all. I love you all to life. And I hope you have a great evening. And I thank you so much for listening. And if you have a comment, please leave it. And if you don't, that's okay too. But I love you anyway. Bye.